Hi guys, welcome back. So for this video, I decided to make a video on things to consider before becoming a flight attendant. Like things that you don't really think about when you're deciding to become a flight attendant. I mean, maybe some people have thought of it before, you know, but a lot of things that people really don't know. So yeah, let's get started. Things to consider. First, I put you have to be okay with being on reserve. For those of you who don't know what reserve is a full month or 3 years or a few days, depending on the company that you work for, of when you're on call. They can call you anytime, they can call you any time on your reserve days. On reserve, you only know your days off. So most of your reserve days, since you don't know, you're just spending a lot of time waiting around. Some places, like where I work for, some bases get used on all the reserve days, and some bases barely get used at all. So it's kind of annoying and because you can't really do anything, because with reserve you have to be back in base. You have to be at base on your reserve day, and you have to be at the airport within 2 hours that they call you. So it's kind of rough. You have to be okay with doing that. And trust me, it's not fun. Unless you get somewhere cool, then it's fine. But just waiting around and stuff, it's not fun. Be prepared to have to move to your base. Some companies don't let you commute. Some companies don't give you your flying benefits until 6 months or a year of you being with the company. So, and some people, don't want to commute. So, be prepared to move to wherever base you get sent to. Which brings me to my next point. You know the base options, obviously, but you never know where you're gonna get. With my company, it was all done by seniority. So it was done by how old you were in the class would have first pick for stuff. And I was the second youngest in the class, and I got my 4th pick, which was New York, and I wanted to go to Miami. So I wasn't too happy, but it ended up okay, because I ended up really liking New York, actually. The flying was awesome. It was just the commute was hard, because New York, obviously, it's 2.5 hours from the city I live in Florida. And Miami, I wanted Miami because it was only a 4-hour drive or 45-minute plane ride. But I did New York for about 2 months. No, I did for 3 months. I did New York for 3 months, and it was fine. I lived, but then I was able to transfer to Miami, so there's that. But just be prepared to not get anything that you want at all. There's girls in my class who got their very last pick. And also they only allow a certain amount of people. So yeah, that's the thing. They only allow a certain amount of people at each base. So and you never know how many people they're gonna allow for that base. For one of our bases, I want to say 12 people wanted LA, and only 2 people got LA. So you just have to be prepared for anything. Be prepared to be put anywhere. Just you have to make the best out of it. So yeah, also with that, at least where I work, they give you the bases, and then you put this is my first choice, this is my second, this is my third, this is my 4th. That's why I said I got my 4th choice. For pets, now, if you don't have parents or a spouse or a roommate or someone who will look after your pets, this job is not the right one to have. You know what, I will limit this to it. I know tons and tons of flight attendants who have dogs and stuff, But usually those flight attendants have husbands, live at home. Like me, I live at home and I have a dog. So, you know, because my parents and my sisters watch my dog. So it's okay in my case, but like if you live by yourself, dog's probably not the best option. I've heard of flight attendants having cats and being okay, as long as like a cat has another cat to keep them company, because they're fine on their own for a couple of days, as long as you leave out food and water and all that stuff. But yeah, if you want anything else besides a cat or maybe a hamster or something, yeah, it's probably not the best idea. So be prepared to not spend holidays with your family, at least for the first year or a few years, because everything in the airline industry is done by seniority. So the longer you've been with a company, the more you're gonna get it your way. The least time you've been with a company, the least you're gonna get it your way. So everyone more senior than you are probably gonna bid for holidays, and you'll be out of luck. So there's that. It really sucks. So also another thing to consider is, as a new hire, don't expect to make a lot of money. You're not going to be making that much money the first year, so you have to really have money put aside, saved up. If you don't have like the support of your parents or support of a spouse or something, you're gonna have to have a lot of saved up, and you're gonna have to, you know, have like a savings. And because I know people that I graduated with who had a bunch in savings, and they're burning through their savings like no other, because this first year you're not really making any money. So you have to, you know, really be prepared for that. And some companies don't pay for training, so also be aware of that too. So that is like 2 months of you not having any kind of income. So if you have like a house, like an apartment payment, anything payment, car payment, anything, make sure you have enough money saved up to be able to pay for that stuff, like especially your cell phone, because cell phone's like critical in the flight attendant industry. Make sure you have the money to pay for that while you're not getting paid. That's probably the biggest thing I can stress to anybody, is be prepared with money, financial wise. Just realize you're gonna be spending a lot of time on the plane, a lot of time in the airport. It's a kind of fun new ways to keep yourself entertained. A lot of times, Netflix, cell phone games, books, anything, just like keep yourself entertained. But also, on a positive note, the flight attendant industry is very, very flexible, because you're allowed to build a schedule how you want to. Like, you know, you're allowed to, for your next month's schedule, say you want these days off, whatever, so it's really easy for people to go back to school. It's, I mean, I haven't heard of anyone like going back to school as in going to a classroom and stuff, but you can definitely take online classes. Like, this is probably the perfect job to do online classes, because you're in a hotel room by yourself, perfect opportunity to study, to do exams and stuff, do stuff on the computer. When you're at the airport waiting on reserve, perfect time to do schoolwork. If you're at the airport, pull out your laptop, get some stuff done. This job is probably perfect to go back to school. Like, if you don't want to be doing this, if you don't want to make this a career, and you know, wanted to do something else with your life, this is like the perfect job for you. So I really recommend this to maybe like college student, starting out college students and stuff, who want something right now to kind of see the world right now and do something else later. I strongly recommend it, because it's awesome. So yeah, those are some of the things that you kind of want to consider before applying to that flight attendant position. Yeah, so Any comments, questions, concerns, don't worry. Any comments, questions, concerns, be sure to just send a comment or a message or anything, you know, just don't hesitate to ask me. I'll answer it. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. Bye.